Hi guys, so this is Renette. Welcome to Travel Crafter channel. So I just thought to do something different today. What you have here is what I am presently working on. I am on the initial stages of doing some videos of it. I will let you know more about it in maybe the coming days or the coming weeks, but I will surely be putting up a video tutorial on this one. I'm not gonna reveal yet what it is, but otherwise, like, this is how far I had been working on this. I had started this yesterday, and I just thought of sharing with you the some issues that I had before I even started with this project. Okay, so this is some sort of some tips for me that I'm pretty sure that you are encountering those kind of issues as well. But let's put this aside. So before I started this yesterday, when I came home from work the previous day, so it was around 9 o'clock. I was trying to sort out through my yarn stash. It took me like maybe a minimum of 30 minutes, and it didn't take me that much, like an hour, but I know the minimum of 30 minutes. I was going through my stash of yarns. So anyway, my yarns actually are everywhere. I don't just have one organizer or one container that I have filled in all my yarns. It's really everywhere, in every corner, and I'm sure you guys out there are also having the same kind of. All right, if I may share with you another tip, this really helps me every time I do a project. If I am being interrupted, if somebody needs my attention for the time being, I always make sure that I finish up at least the row that I am working on. So when I come back to it, when I am ready, I don't get confused as to which row I am working on, if I am like doing the right side of the row or if I am on the wrong side of the row. That had already happened to me, that I was like, I left my project in the middle of the row. I got up, did things that I needed to do, or like paid attention to whoever needed my attention that time. I came back, I was like, okay, where do I start now? So I don't know if that had happened to you as well, but it is a disastrous method. But so lately I had been trying to finish up my row before I call it a night, maybe, or before I call it a day. So just to show you, this is the project that I had been working on for some time now. I am not done yet. I still have these yarns, 2 balls of yarns that I have to finish up, but I will try my very best, and I will surely put a video for you guys to share with you, like, how lovely the pattern is. So as I said, you always have to make sure that you are like in the end of the row, so that when you come back the next time, you are not confused as to where to start or to begin with. So that is just a tip that is working well for me. Another one that I can show you is this. This is also like another project that I am working simultaneously with the first one that I showed you. So this will bring me up to another tip, right? So if you are using a book for your pattern, or be it like a written paper pattern for your project, always make sure. So with this one, I am just in the initial stages of it. I still have a long way to go. But this is how I do, using your post-its. It helps you to remember where you are exactly, or using the highlighter to highlight the rows that you have to repeat. So this is like the latest book that I am working on, but like I just picked some patterns that I am comfortable working with. Let's put it aside. And I am also had started doing this shawl from Stephen West. So I have this written pattern that I am just marking off, like counting the rows. Sometimes I don't have my row counter with me, so I just put all the marks there, like where I am at the present, and like how many rows I still have to do. So this really helps me in the process. So let's put that aside. I have so many projects and I want to do more again, to cast on more. So this is, as I said, the recent project that I am working on. It's a small project, so I'm positive that I will be able to finish that up anytime soon. So with this, I also sometimes, if I have the time, I usually am at my workplace, I mean, like early. So I read this book, and like I always carry it with me. So I have my latest project, the pattern. I had just like handwritten it in the book itself. It's just like an inspirational book. It's very lightweight, so like I always have it in my bag, especially if I am going to work, because in the start, before I work or at the end of the day, I still have the time to, if you still have the energy, I still have the time to read. So I just handwritten the pattern itself. I make use of yarn book markers. This is just when I really have the time to do it. It doesn't happen that often, but if I do, I make it a point to like write it down, or like do the fancy stuff for me. And all these tips that I just shared with you helps me carry on with my projects better than how it was like if I don't do these things. So I hope that helps you guys as well. Okay, so I am down to my last tip for today. This really helps me. I'm trying my best to slow down on my knitting and crocheting. Just so, because I work full time as a nurse, and the workplace that I'm working at, it's too active, I would say, or it's just makes you feel anxious for most part of your working hours. And I do work the 12-hour shift, so it helps that we only do work for the 3 days in 1 week, and then the rest of the week we are off. But on the other hand, the kind of unit that I work in, it's just a very demanding unit. And at my age now, I am starting to feel like I get more anxious for every little thing. So when I do knit or crochet on my days off, I if I put more energy, I would say, or if I push myself to do so much, I end up with being anxious, and I end up not able to prioritize the things that I have to do. And we have to take good care of ourselves too. You have to meditate, you have to go slow at times. I mean, I understand the young people, you can do whatever, and at the end of the day or during the day itself, you are still feeling good and you don't feel stressed at all. But I guess, on the other hand, the kind of world that we function in, it's a very demanding place. It's a very stressful environment in nature, and we just have to make do of taking good care of ourselves, to take good care of your health. But in relation to that, my last tip for today is um, just like pause when you are knitting, or if you are crocheting, or if you are doing other crafts. Pause and admire what you are doing, or what you are working on. So when you do this, this is really like the time that it gives you the sense of like appreciating the kind of project that you are working on. And it is also a great time, especially for me. I found that, like, looking at your project, it's a time to see if you did something wrong, like if you did not follow any of what is indicated in the pattern. So this is a good way to, like, pause for a few minutes, appreciate, admire the project that you are working on. And you are enough, really, and like, you are very talented. You have to appreciate yourself. Nobody else will. Anyway, so just pause for a few seconds, a few minutes, and then check out your project. Is there something wrong? Did you miss doing anything? And then it's about time for you to go back again and do what needs to be corrected, right? And just midway, sometimes it helps for you to appreciate your project, and also a good time to check on if you had succeeded in doing the things that you are really need to do, right? So, or to appreciate, like, okay, maybe I picked up the wrong colors, or maybe you can also do the swatch, and that's a great time for you to pause, admire. And if you're not satisfied with what you see in front of you, then it's time to redo it in another way. So I really hope that you had learned something, or you picked something from the tips that I shared with you today. I am sharing it with you. I am sharing the tips with you because they worked best for me. I had been crocheting and knitting for a few years now, and of course, as we go along doing the crafts that we love, we learn something, we pick up something. Whatever did not work for us before, we try to correct it, and we find a better and efficient method on to be more efficient in our knitting and crochet stuff. So you guys, I thank you so much for your time. Comment under the comment section below if you have any other tips that you want to share with me as well. I hope you guys will practice slow knitting or slow crocheting. Anyway, it's there for us to enjoy doing it, and we have to enjoy the process. We don't have to rush at anything. We have to appreciate ourselves, and we have to appreciate the process of the knitting and crocheting methods. Thank you so much, and again, I hope to see you on my next video. Bye. Hello guys, this is Renette. Welcome to my Travel Crafter channel. To all my subscribers, I thank you so much for your time, for your effort in writing your comments every time we have these yarn giveaways and the tutorials that are there. I thank you. And to those who came on board this month of November, thank you so much. And this is another episode of a yarn giveaway. hopefully that the video that I posted this week or with this giveaway, you'd be able to relate to the topmost tips that I have as I journey in my crochet and knitting business or knitting adventures. I call it an adventure because it's quite every day. It's like you have something to learn on, and you pick up new friends, you make projects that are simple, and then you up yourself with some sort of like a complicated project that you are able to put your hands on. So I'm recording this on a Sunday. It's the 12th of November. But anyway, I have a yarn giveaway, and I will be choosing two winners. The giveaway will start on the 16th, which is a Wednesday, and this will end on November 20, a Sunday. So again, it starts from November 16, which is a Wednesday, and will end on November 20, a Sunday. And then before Thanksgiving, I will have another yarn giveaway. I will choose more than one winner, of course, as I promised in my previous videos. I will try to make a video of the giveaway before Thanksgiving. Let's say it will be on a Wednesday, which will be the 23rd of November, and then it will end on maybe the last day of November. So just keep watching, and I hope that you are all having a great time with your crochet and knitting projects. And I know most of us crafters are just so busy, especially this time of the year when the holidays is like really just around the corner. So again, I will be choosing two winners today. You just have to watch the entire video if possible, and to give a thumbs up to this video, so it will make YouTube's algorithm of my videos a little better. I hope you'd be able to watch from the start of the video to the end, and I promise not to make it that long. I know, like our attention span is really actually only a few seconds long, and no matter how old you are, how mature you are, I'm pretty sure that all our attention span is only few seconds long. Okay, so let me just start with what I have here. So I have two yarns. First yarn is from Lion brand, Pound of Love. Okay, so it's a number 4 medium weight, and this is 100% acrylic. There's a lot of yardage here. It's hold on, 1,020 yards. I'm sure most of you had already used this kind of yarn. I had this from before I started doing a project with this, but it was only like maybe, let's just say like 5 grams that I used, not even. So like should you win this yarn, you just have to be careful in pulling from the center. Okay, so the color, obviously it is pastel green, and I think I was doing like a baby blanket for this. Sorry, like I see that the light is like really reflecting on the glossy label for this. But anyway, so from Lion brand, Pound of Love, pastel green. Okay, and then with this, I will be giving out also a tote bag. It's a fabric one. It has the shoulder strap, but I just don't want to take it out from this from the label, but it comes with the shoulder straps, like 2 shoulder straps. It doesn't have any zipper, but it's about 15 inches from top to bottom, and then from the width is from right to left. Width is about 13.5 inches wide. Okay, so you will win, the winner will win this and a tote bag. And then the second winner will win this yarn from Loops and Threads. Okay, this is a bulky number 5. Okay, and it's also 100% alpaca. I'm sorry, it's 100% acrylic with 20% alpaca. I did some projects with this yarn before. I think I did a few bonnets and hats for the cold season. So this is 243 yards or 250 grams. So you can make like almost 2 to 3 bonnets if your project is just like the simple and basic bonnets. Okay, it's hand wash cold, and it is, this color is licorice. I think that's how it's pronounced, licorice. So Loops and Threads, and then with this yarn, just so that you can see it better, I'm pretty sure again that most of you had already worked with this type of yarn. Okay, so with this comes also the same tote bag that I was showing you. So 2 shoulder straps, and it's just a plain fabric. So you can, if you are so creative, or if you are like in the dyeing, coloring thing, you can just make use of the, to design your own bag. So you'd be free to do that. Okay, so 2 yarns, and I will be choosing 2 winners. Okay, so again, this runs from November 16 to November 20, which is a Sunday. I will probably put out the names of the 2 winners the next day, the 21st of November, depending on, sometimes I get caught up with work and everything. So the only thing that you need to write on the comment section below is, let's see. Lately, I've been watching tutorials after tutorials and going into books for the knitting and crochet projects. So I would ask you who your greatest influencer is in your crochet or knitting journey. I do follow a lot of professional knitters and crocheters in YouTube, and they sometimes, or almost most of the time, they would provide a link to some other projects or some other people that are connected with crochet and knitting. So I would say that my favorite, or maybe when I will announce the winner, I will tell you who my favorites are. I guess I had been just a little, just a brief, what you call this? Just a brief telltale, not a telltale, but like I believe that I really do like Crystal from Bag a Day. I learned so much from her tutorials when I was starting on my crochet journey. I did a lot of my crochet projects, following her tutorials before, and I know she has a lot of the written patterns that she has posted on Etsy and on her own blog. The other person that I follow most when I started with my crochet journey was Bella Coco from the UK. I especially loved her granny squares that was so like known before. I don't know what the term is, but like when I started my crochet journey, I see a lot of people doing the granny squares, and like I fell in love with her granny squares with the pastel colors that she was crocheting with. And you know, it's just like that was the thing that really pushed me to learn how to crochet. And then I did follow some more of you know, the influencers that are on YouTube. So tell me who yours is under the comment section below. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you again for being here. If you are not subscribed yet to my channel, and you are interested in the kind of contents that I share, please consider subscribing. And again, please do hit the like button if you can, so the algorithm for my videos will improve. And thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful week ahead of you, and I'll see you on my next video. God bless you all. Bye.